In Vedic astrology, Revati is the 27th and last nakshatra of the entire Vedic zodiac, and is thus the nakshatra of finality. In the Vedic zodiac, Revati falls within the sign of Pisces, which is the 12th and last sign. Revati is symbolized by a pair of fish swimming toward each other, which perfectly exemplifies its Piscean qualities. The position of Saturn, also known as Kronos, the timekeeper, and the lord of karma, in this section of the sky is extremely significant, both in a material and spiritual sense. This year, Saturn entered Revati on May 17th and will remain in this nakshatra until October 10th, when it retrogrades back into Uttara Bhadrapada. It will re-enter Revati from February 8th of 2027 until June 3rd. It returns for its final passage on October 20th until February 24th of 2028. Saturn in Revati marks the end of a major collective cycle that is clearing the slates spiritually. In Revati, Saturn tends to promote solitude and silence, and sometimes tremendous loss, but may also provide inspiration and protection through important transitions. On a grand scale, people are experiencing disillusionment, separation, and sorrow that may eventually lead to the realization of timeless truths. Revati is a nakshatra associated with nurturing and wealth, so with Saturn here, these things may be either reinforced or temporarily diminished during this time, depending on circumstances, as the Vedic astrologers would interpret, according to one's karma. Revati's ruling deity is Pushan, a gentle shepherd who is known to feed the lost and safely guide travelers across dangerous passages. Specifically, the passages that lead souls from life into death and beyond. Revati's ruling planet is Mercury, which takes on a quality that is directed toward either material pursuits or toward spiritual liberation. There may seem to be a focus on both simultaneously, but under this influence, only one of them will take precedence in a person's life. This reflects the duality that is present both within the archetypal energy of Mercury and the symbol of the fish. Saturn's karmic influences may be most keenly experienced in the houses signified by Mercury in the natal chart. Due to a favorable trine from Jupiter throughout much of this transit, inspirational writing or teaching are well suited to this time period. The world at large is experiencing a spiritual upgrade, even as material conditions seem to be collapsing. During this transit, emotional endings are imminent. This is the closure of a karmic cycle before beginning anew, so many things may seem to be disappearing or stripped away from us. Sizing down, becoming more organized, and letting go of things and ideas that no longer serve us will become easier when we are willing. Old and outdated patterns are reaching their expiration date as maturation dawns. Sometimes what brings the greatest insight is that which dissolves our ego and cracks our illusions. As the ancient Chinese sage Confucius stated, there are 3 ways to attain wisdom. First, by reflection, which is the noblest. Second, by imitation, which is the easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. Saturn in Revati does not necessarily indicate if or how wisdom will be attained, but depends on the rest of the zodiac. Anything passing through Revati may potentially bring heightened awareness through spiritual experiences, but particularly those that relate to life after death and contact with other world beings. This is one of the 7 nakshatras whose focus is moksha, meaning liberation from karmic existence. Revati is known as a sweet, gentle, or delicate nakshatra, which does not use force, but like any other sign or archetypal influence has its dark side. This can show up as escapism, fearfulness, oversensitivity, codependence, and according to one astrologer that I listened to recently, whose link I'll share in the description box below, Revati may in some way also manifest patterns of seduction and manipulation. How any of these things may relate to what is occurring right now is that fear and manipulation through media is driving people's actions on a massive scale. In modern terms, they are being harvested for louche energy. Traumatic endings and displacement occurring through floods, fires, and earthquakes are causing unrest and panic at this time. Dwindling resources and hunger are the wake-up call toward finding new solutions and movement towards sustainable living. People are realizing how dependent and vulnerable they've become, and they wish to break free of their constraints. Many, feeling disenchanted with Hollywood, pop culture, AI, and social media, are abandoning the internet for a more spiritual lifestyle, which is one of the highlights of Revati. The subjects of death, burning off karma, and exiting the trap or the matrix are all coming into greater focus now. Not everyone with placements in this nakshatra live this spiritual life, nor will everyone at this time do so, as much will depend on other factors. Those with planets or other placements in Revati will find that this transit is especially important, marking a significant shift from one way of life to another, either for better or worse. There may be deaths in the family or close circles. Revati is closely linked with the ancestral realm and its influences, and with Saturn here, many are reconnecting with their roots and discovering lost lineages. With a positive aspect from Jupiter, benefits through inheritance may come, but with Saturn's influence will likely require a lot of effort to sort through. According to traditional Vedic astrologers, Revati favors work that is artistically oriented, but especially music. This is a time for exploring or furthering creative talents, as the support from Jupiter in a conjunction with Ketu also brings inspiration and a reawakening of latent gifts. Due to the influence of Pushan, Revati is also concerned with nourishment in general and with the welfare of animals, so connection with these things may become a heightened focus for many. Travel and relocation are also prominent themes during this time, as Saturn can help to build greater security and comfort in both the process of moving itself and establishing oneself within new environmental circumstances. Travel for recreational or business purposes will also receive the guardianship of Saturn and Revati. Finally, I found it interesting to read that under this influence, people born in aristocrat families would suffer from misfortunes. During Saturn's transit through Revati, we may see the fall of many powerful leaders who are being forced to step down due to their age or will die before February of 2028. Reference link posted below. In closing, I'd like to mention that my latest book will be released this summer of 2026. It was written through the lens of Western astrology, while its subject matter is highly relative to the themes of Saturn and Revati. The reason I covered this topic now in this way is that I enjoy exploring archetypes, folklore, and religious beliefs across many cultures. I find that the 27 lunar mansions offer great insight into astrological configurations through the zodiac. To book a reading with me, visit my website at astrologyhealingarts.com.